Yo, what is good? Okay, start it right up then, Bernie. Let's start it right up. Welcome to episode 45 of Chop 15 with Jay Walker. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and get started because my guest is here and I know he's ready to do it. So let's go ahead and make it happen. It's my homie, man. I met this brother through my affiliation with the Cuff. I've known him for damn near like 20 years now, man. I've watched him develop and grow and become a businessman and dope photographer, family dude. It's my boy Beto, representing Scoops Inc. So we're gonna go ahead and tap in with him and see what's popping. Yo,
What up, what up?
what's good, bro? How you doing?
What's happening, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. Glad to tap in with you. Thanks for making some time.
Man, always time for you, man. You already know what it is, loved one.
How you been, man? How you been doing?
Brother, I've been good, man. Been really good. Been blessed. You know what I mean? Shit, I can't complain, man. Life is good.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. How have things been dealing with this pandemic we going through?
Fuck, bro. You know me, Burner. Like I'm a social dude, man. Like it's been hard for me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it's been really hard for me, man, because I love seeing my people out and about. I love going places, doing things with my family, my kids, my grandkids. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Just like live music, live shows, like being out, trying to like get out to the public and talk to them about all this fucking wonderful cannabis shit they got going on. Like, bro, it's I don't know, man. It's fucked up on that end, and it's just fucked up on another end. That you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
We can get into that. We can get into that if you want to get into that. But you know what I'm saying.
Let's get into it, bro. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you, man. I've seen you out here heavy in these streets doing things and trying to organize, and I definitely that's why I definitely wanted to tap in with you. Besides just being the family, I just wanted to tap in with you and see, what I'm saying, what's going on your front and everything in that regard as well.
Just trying to stay socially aware, socially conscious, socially active, because you know what I'm saying. Being my generation is now what our parents was at that time when they was running things. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's now time for us um, to be setting the standard. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, there's a lot of us that kick back and they just watch and they don't do too much. You know what I mean? We've got kind of complacent in that aspect of it. You know what I mean? And they just sit back and be some like armchair quarterbacks. But you know what I mean? You can't really do that. You got to be out there and get active in them streets. It's okay to
For
have an
sure.
opinion. It's okay to have an opinion, but don't be so strong with your opinion if you're not willing to go out there and make some changes.
Right. Right.
Feel me?
Definitely, man. Definitely. So work for you, right? I know you had your whole like accident thing with your job, and I know you're retired from there now, right?
Yeah. Still going through the workman's comp motions of it. That shit, man, is the worst thing ever, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. We'll say that for another episode. That shit sucks, man. Um, it's I don't know, man. It's a process that's not made. It's kind of like child support, man, where it's not made for the person that's like, you know what I mean? Like child support ain't made for the dads, in any kind of way. You know what I mean? But
Right.
workman's comp isn't made for the person that gets hurt. You know what I mean?
So,
It's made to
so
bleed to both. You know?
right, right. So the job now is the scoops thing, right? This is the job now. This is what you're doing.
Um, I fell back on my photography. With my injury, I fell back on my photography, thinking, you know what I mean, this is going to be what I could fall back on, because I built up a fan base, I built up a presence. I had, a great client list, and then when I had my surgery, taking that year off, almost 2 years off, it killed my whole momentum that I built up. You know what I mean? All the years prior.
Right.
So, and then being the COVID and all that, you kind of have to reinvent yourself. You feel me? And you gotta,
Definitely.
you know, it was challenging, bro. You know what I mean? Because like I'm a dinosaur in regards to like technology and everything. You know what I mean? So for me to have
Right.
to, you know, leave my comfort zone where I've been for almost 20 years and go out to an area where, you know what I mean, like I'm used to being comfortable in situations and spots and but you know what I mean, now I'm dabbling into something that, you know what I mean, it's not a for sure thing, you know.
Right.
But I got all the confidence in the world and I got a great team behind me. Um, and so, you know, all the contacts and connects I built through photography, I was able to parlay them into situations with brands, with corporations, with cannabis companies, clothing companies. So it's been a blessing, man.
That's
Just
dope.
had to kind of weather the storm and figure out what I was going to do with it. And then, like always, man, God got me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Definitely definitely got to see you as well as some of my other friends. You know, we've all had to kind of pivot and figure out some new shit during this time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see that the folks who I know, you know, they're always you always gonna figure something out. You know what I'm saying? You one of them people, you gonna figure something out.
Man,
That's just what we
I don't
do.
know. I don't know nothing but the hustle, brother. You know what I mean?
That
You know what I mean? Like I had kids early, so I always had to work. You know what I mean? I had to leave school early so I could, you know what I mean, work and provide for my youngins, provide for myself. So all I've ever known is hustle, and everything I've earned on my blood, sweat, and my tears, family. So you know, I appreciate everything at this point, you know, that I've been through to get to where I'm at, because it is definitely super sweet.
yeah, for sure, man. Speaking of the family, I know you say, you know, I already know you got kids, but I also know you got one that's in school right now. How do you
Yeah.
feel about the school situation and everything going on? This California's not sending the kids back to school, right?
Nah, man. She's supposed to start seventh grade this year, right? So that's a big time. You remember when that was like, bro? You remember what that
Yeah.
was like? You know what I mean? You remember how
Mhm.
excited at the time that was, you know what I mean, to go from being, you know what I mean, sixth grade and now you're going into the seventh grade atmosphere, you know what I mean? All them different classes and all them fucking kids from all over the city, all in one spot.
Right.
And, you know, all the new experiences, new teachers, all that stuff. The whole experience of going through that. You know, these kids are being robbed of all that, bro. You
Yeah.
know, they're being robbed of being. They're already being little by little uh, socially distancing with these fucking social devices and shit like that. These phones and all that, bro. Like they're already distancing from themselves socially and
True.
interacting with people, you know, face to face and all that, bro. Like they're way more comfortable interacting over how you and I are talking or through text than they are face to face.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these kids, you know, they don't have the social skills anymore because they're not afforded that. You know what I mean? You take away all the arts and all the music and all that sports and stuff like that in the schools. That's all social activity. That's all getting you to express yourself. All they do is feed you these classes that they want you to conform to and learn how to be a fucking robot, bro. And we're not
That,
by nature we're not supposed to be like that. So you got all these kids who have all this, you know what I'm saying, this desire to be active, to be creative, you know what I'm saying, and they start expressing that in other ways, and it gets misconstrued as angst or anything else other than what it is, bro. You're stifling my fucking creativity. You're stifling my voice. You're stifling my fucking ability to live, to breathe.
right. Exactly. 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 Yeah, I have noticed with some of the younger generation, it's not all of them, but a lot of them, that they are kind of awkward when it comes to talking to somebody, looking somebody in the eye, kind of talking to them face to face on an
Yeah,
interaction kind of level. I have noticed that, you
yeah,
know, and you're right. It's because of the devices, it's because of social media, it's because, you know, the internet and stuff. Like their generation, they just grew up and it was here. Like we kind of gradually seen it happen. So like we incorporate it into our lives, but it's not like the only thing we know. We still know how to go out and shake hands and stuff. Well, we used to, you know, it's starting to get to the point now. Who knows if that's going to happen again?
man, you know
But
what, man? I still do it, and I get looked at hella crazy for it, but I mean, I can't let this change who I am. You know what I mean? I still got to let those people that I love and I respect. I got to let them know that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not like jump on you and hug on you and all that. You know, against your will and all that. But I just, yeah, I do that. But at the same time, but, but at the same time, bro, like you know what I mean? Like honestly, people like me, bro, like I need that, bro. You know what I mean? Like I need that interaction with my folks and my people, bro, because like I spent a lot of my time, bro, growing up alone. You know what I mean? So to get to this point, to have all these wonderful people that I have around me and that are around me because they, you know what I mean, I want them to be around me, not because, you know what I mean, they want something from me or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's a whole different
Right.
atmosphere. You know what I mean? So like
Exactly.
I'm enjoying this time in my life, bro. I'm damn near 50 years old, bro. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this time in my life.
It's the hard. That's the like the hardest thing about everything that's going on. That's the hardest thing about everything that's going on right now is not being able to interact with people. Like even when I do go see people, you know, and we're on the social distance shit or whatever, it's still like what I'm saying, not being able to dap your homie when he say something funny or just give him a pound. Like you think about it now where you didn't think about it before. You just did it.
Just did it,
And
bro.
that's where it's crazy. It's just crazy.
And that's the whole thing is like they don't want you to like think before you speak, think before you post, think before anything else, but they want you to think before you express yourself to each other. You know what I'm saying? They want you to think before you show love to one another. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
It's just a whole weird grooming kind of process, bro. That I feel like we're going through, bro. And I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you feeling about like I said, we already said, you've been out in the streets or whatever, but what are your thoughts on what's happened the past few months and how there's an uprising, how do you feel about what's been going on in the streets?
Um, it's been eye opening on several levels. I mean, you really get to see like how people really think because
Yeah.
for so long through social media, people have been portraying themselves away. All this whole PC shit that got started a long time ago, it got all
Hmm.
these people that feel some kind of way who used to wear that on their sleeve. Now they feel they have to suppress that shit because it's not the popular way to think or whatever it is, right?
Hmm.
So now you got these people who are super comfortable now and saying everything they had to say that they used to hide before, and a lot of
Yeah.
them are we're getting comfortable because they have a platform, a safe platform, so to speak, from being like on social media and they can spit their isms and there's not really any kind of repercussion until people figured out they can I mean tag your job and all that type of shit,
Hmm.
right? And then with being that there is a person in power that kind of feeds into that ideology and fans the flame and doesn't do anything to really quell the fires, um, these people are even more so comfortable in
Right.
expressing their negativity, and it's just ugly, man. You know, and thank God I haven't seen any of that in my surroundings, like immediate surroundings,
Yeah.
because you know what I mean. This interview won't be on you know what I mean a jail phone. You know what I mean? Because I'm bro for real. Like cannot will not stand and tolerate any of that. That's not it, bro. That's not it.
Exactly. Now I seen you were posting, when shit hit the fan right after George Floyd was murdered,
Yeah.
when everything was going down in Sac. I saw you in like down on the Franklin, in the Franklin hood, and you were saying I saw a post that was like you were saying that other fools were coming in, spray painting like BLM on the businesses down there, trying to spark up black and brown tension.
It was wild, bro, during that time in Sacramento, right? Because there was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things going on, and Sacramento, for the most part, disgusted with what had happened.
Right.
Right? Now, of course, being that this is the capital, this is a political city, you're gonna have people of that ilk who are gonna have excuses for what, you know what I'm saying? They'll have more excuses than answers for our problems.
Right.
Um, so you just had to kind of see the progression of the people in the streets, how they felt about it. Like, you got people who were normally who stay quiet in these situations, bro. Like, we're
Yeah.
talking like the regular folk family. We're talking like soccer mom folk. We're talking like grocery clerk, like just regular people, bro, disgusted with what they have seen and have had enough. And as we have every right to feel that way. But then you have, because that for some reason is not supported by the powers that be, then you have the other people who feel that they can disrespect that point of view and disrespect it in such a
Right.
manner that you're really, it's kind of like the equivalent, man, of spitting on, like, you wearing your homie's RIP, right? And somebody comes and spit on it, or they throw a drink on it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Like, they're trying to get us so used to seeing us killed and thinking just because we have issues with each other and because we kill each other, that's okay for them to do that to us too. And none of that shit is gravy, bro. None of that shit has ever been cool. You know what I mean? But it's like this.
Yeah.
Family has issues. Family's going to have problems. But when someone outside the family starts attacking the family's not going to let somebody from outside, like, dictate.
There it is.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So
It is, exactly.
if you have no other care, no other voice in the world about what has ever gone on in our community other than to complain or to point your finger or to vilify us, then don't have a say, man, when we're fucking fed the fuck up and we walk into your community and let you know that we're fed the fuck up. Because you walk into our community all the time with them fucking badges on. You walk into our community all the time with them undercover cars all the fucking time. And you make us uncomfortable as fuck. So now, because y'all in the same shoes that we're in, y'all don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It just goes to show,
That's just,
you
and
know,
y'all just
you
get to feel
never.
just to feel the uncomfortableness of it, bro. That's the whole thing about it. It's like,
There it is.
all this,
Exactly. That's just what I was gonna say.
all because you refuse to feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just uncomfortable.
Don't mess with their comfort. Don't
Ain't
mess with their
nobody
comfort.
getting killed. Nobody getting killed. No one getting lynched. You know what I'm saying? No one getting vilified. No one getting persecuted. None of that shit. None of that shit. All
Right.
y'all is inconvenienced. And to take it to such a measure, bro, to where you feel like you're on some kind of par or whatever. Like, that shit wild, bro.
It is, man. It's a mind state that I don't understand. Like,
And just the simplicity to say that this is some wrong ass shit. This is wrong. Wrong, period. On a humanitarian level. And for you to argue the fact that it is not wrong, there's no argument.
yeah, yeah. No, you're right. You 100% right. I feel the same way when I see people make these dumbass arguments online. It's like, why are you going out of your way so much out of your way to discredit something that you feel is a threat? Like, why is people wanting equal rights a threat to you if you're not doing something wrong?
Why is us being alive a threat to you? Why is us being in the same neighborhood as you a threat to you? Why is us being in the same political and economical structure as you a threat?
Yeah.
I mean, I know why, but I'm just saying, like really, if you never move wickedly, you wouldn't act the way that you do. You understand what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
understand what I'm saying? Like they're acting like a guilty person was walking. You know what I mean? Walking around with people that they might think know what they've done. You know what I'm saying? But we know
Right.
for sure what the fuck these motherfuckers have done.
Right. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And shit, and then from there, I mean, yeah, man, it's crazy. And then with the whole like police reform, defunding of police, you see how quick they are to jump on the side of the police, bro. And it's like, man, you're not are you not watching all these protests and stuff around the country? These fools are acting like they're military, man. That shit ain't right, bro. Like, that's not, they're supposed to protect us, and they're not protecting shit about us. They're trying to enforce shit. It's like, it's almost going back to like what they were founded on in the beginning, what police were founded on, patrolling and overseeing.
Yeah, you're patrolling the plantation, man. You're making sure you're keeping the slaves in check.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they have no regard, even after everything that we've been through, bro. Even after they damn near burnt that city down, bro. There's still officers around the nation still arresting and handling people who aren't even guilty yet, bro. These are fucking people who are innocent until proven guilty, right?
Right.
Manhandling the fuck out of them, bro. And you see the difference, bro. You see the difference in how they handle us and they handle everybody else. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't.
I just seen a white.
The cool part about it, bro, is they don't care that we see it anymore. They don't care that we see it anymore because nothing's gonna happen. Because you know what? All them revolutionary types, bro, they've done so much that they've quelled that revolutionary, like where we used to just go off and they would have some kind of fear, bro. That has been quelled, man. Like there is no like. That all started when they stopped playing like positive hip hop on the radio and all that, and started feeding up all that bullshit. The minute they took like X-Clan and Paris and Poor Righteous Teachers and all that off the airwaves, you know what I'm saying? Public Enemy, bro. There was no one when Fight the Power became a fucking platinum single and it was on the airwaves. That's probably the scariest moment that they ever had, man, because they were like, oh shit. And what we were doing back then, but we weren't taking no fucking mess. We were setting it off.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, in our own neighborhoods, we should have did that. But what I'm saying is that we reacted and we did something more than we do now. Now we do is a bunch of fucking talking, retweeting, posting, online petition signing ass motherfuckers, bro. Nobody pulls up anymore. Ain't gonna be no Boston Tea parties anymore. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers don't want to lose their job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Motherfucker, I gotta go to work tomorrow, man. I can't revolutionary today.
It's true. It's sad, but definitely true, bro.
You know, and it's only, you know what I mean? And that, honestly, bro, that's my generation's fault. That's my generation's fault, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my generation got on dope. A lot of my generation reinforced stereotypes put forth by the powers that be. A lot of my generation got into gangbanging and all kind of shit that was detrimental to our culture. And all it did was feed into the narrative to where jails is big business.
Yeah.
Bro, there are three biggest industries, bro. Entertainment, sports, and jails.
Yeah, they make big money on jail, man. It's
crazy. Man. That shit, the minute that you saw that shit was private companies is when y'all should have start acting right and doing something about it, paying attention, because that means they got to keep them shits full, man. It's now a public interest.
Now it's a business.
It cannot go in the red.
Mm-hmm. Now it's a business. Once you turn it into a business, it's not about rehabilitating someone. It's about keeping that place full, no occupancy.
Family, it's never been about rehabilitation.
No vacancy.
It's never been about rehabilitation, bro. It's just about tearing up communities and mass incarceration, bro. There's a lot of people in there that shouldn't be in there, bro. Granted, there's a lot of motherfuckers that need to be in there. There's a lot of motherfuckers that shouldn't be in there because they should have been dead a long time ago. But they want to make the example of the guy that got caught with a couple of doobies in his ashtray, as opposed to the motherfucker white collar dude.
Right. Shit, bruh. Let's talk about your love for photography. Even though you're not as active now, I still wanted to talk to you about that. How did you get started shooting? Because I didn't even know that was something you did until it kind of just, I saw you start like branding it like back in the day. And I was like, oh, I didn't know he shoots. Okay.
Probably like around '05, about '05, I was
Okay.
interested, right? Because, like, you know, me, Burner, I've been in this thing for a long time, man, since, you know, the Flavor Show days and the radio back in, like, 92, 93.
Mm-hmm.
Um, pirate radio, all kinds of stuff, bro. Rapping, DJing, managing, promotions, everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop, bro, is it's in my blood. Like, and I've been in the scene in this city since the inception. So I felt lightweight responsible to be involved somehow, some way. And the older I got and the more responsibilities I had, it was a lot harder for me to be DJing till, you know what I mean, getting home 5 in the morning, you know what I mean, rapping
Right.
all over the place and doing shows and not coming home and all that, you know. That's cool for, you know, for me as a younger man, that would have been great. But all my opportunities surfaced as an older man. And it
Yeah.
just wasn't what, you know what I mean, like I wanted to do anymore. You know, I wanted to be home with my kids, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so I figured out, well, how can I still participate in the scene that I love so much and still be in the place to be and still have an input. So I picked up the
Mm-hmm.
camera. And being that I've DJed before, being that I've done all these other things, like, you know, rap and all this stuff, like I kind of know what the artist is looking for. I kind of know when they're performing. I know, like, you know, every fourth bar is gonna be punchline or whatever. So probably gonna put a little more emphasis and stank on what they're doing or whatever. So I tend to capture those type of things. I don't know, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and when I shoot, like, I kind of look in my mind. I'm looking like, okay, let me give him a little bit of space. He might use this. He can use this shot and add some wording to the right of it. I mean, there's just so many like things because I've been on the other side of that camera before, to where I don't know, man. It's been a blast, man.
Yeah, man. Shit, I've seen you do a lot, man. Who are some? I know you were working with what's called Nef Pharaoh, right? A lot. You were doing some stuff for him a lot. I noticed a
Early,
lot of pictures and stuff you had took of him.
yeah, early on, man. Oh my gosh, just in the beginning, man. Like the city was on fire, like at that time. You know what I mean? Like Neff was on fire. Corn was out. Like Corn Sosa was out. Who else was banging at that time? Coast the Kid, D-Reg Plus, Empire. What else, man? Peso. There was just a whole resurgence of Sacramento hip hop at that time, you know, and it was all like all the younger kids that was like coming up under us, you know, and it was all
Mm-hmm.
more like street oriented stuff, you know, and all these kids are so talented, man. All these producers so talented, you know what I mean? But they really didn't have an avenue, you know. So Costa Kid and Bub, he's a local video director here, man. Phenomenal work. Bub Saw, check him out. Um, they put together this thing called the Capital Connection, and they asked if I wanted to be involved. But so, you know, I mean, anything hip hop, bro, I'm all in. So what it was a collective of artists and like producers, videographers, photographers, graphic designers. We all got together and met once a week. You know what I mean? We put together like kind of like, remember 60 Seconds to Wreck? Was you around? Was you with us for 60 Seconds to Wreck and all that?
I kind of remember that. I kind of remember that. I must be ringing.
Style Shop in the basement.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember that shit.
Okay, it was like that vibe where we all get together, right? And then we're all like just ciphers and people like playing beats and exchanging numbers and networking and all that stuff, right? So from there, um, like cats like Little Darion, you know what I mean? Boom, blowing up. You know what I mean? Neff, boom, blowing up. You know what I mean? Out of that spot, just because
Mm-hmm.
they were able to get exposure and they were able to network with folks, and it was just crazy, man. Like it was like the beginning of the next wave of what Sacramento had to offer, and those kids been on ever since, man. You got to be dumbass proud of them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah,
little
man.
Nate came through.
Yeah, man. The younger generation. I mean, because like I said, they grew up with the social media and knowing how to use that shit and finesse that shit to their advantage, and
Bro,
having regular ass talent. You know what I'm saying? You combine that, and that's how, I mean, that's how you blow up. You got to know how to use this shit, man. I'm
Burner,
still trying to learn with my old ass. You know what
Burner,
I'm saying? So,
how many flyers we have to draw up and print up and go physically touch people, man? You know what I mean? These kids are able to just whip something up real quick on the phone and talk to the world from their phone. You know, and we had to physically get out there.
yeah, yeah, man. It's crazy, but they definitely using it to their advantage. We spending. I'm gonna have to get him back. 1 second, y'all. Popped off. Anyway, while we waiting, I hope y'all are having a good afternoon. See if my man hop back in yet. No. Right. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Shit happens. I know how it goes. Word. Let's get him back on. Hey, yo.
We back on? Is I'm on?
Yeah.
Is I'm on?
It's all good, man. I
Open
done
fire,
did
man.
enough of these now that I just roll with whatever happens. I'm like, he gonna get back on. It's all good.
Man, you know. I told you I know what the fuck I was doing, this technology shit.
I know how I go, bro.
Yeah, but
So,
what were we talking about?
yeah, go ahead.
What were we talking about?
We was talking about the photography, and you were talking about the scene and the younger generation. Or we were talking about the younger generation and how they're taking advantage of these tools that they have with the social media and the phones and just being able to do so much from home.
Man, hey, these kids, man, they know time that they are making the most out of everything, everything. And I've learned a lot from these kids, man. That's the one thing about my generation. We gotta learn how to listen. We talk a lot, but we gotta listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of us that are out there doing it, myself included, and a lot of the cats. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to discount those. You know, earlier I was saying some things. I don't want people to just think that I was shitting on my generation, because there's a lot of us out there that are, what I mean, making a positive
Yeah.
impact, doing things.
Yeah.
But a majority of us, are have added to it because they've neglected to raise their kids. Um, they've gone on substances. They've been bad examples. They
Mm-hmm.
continue. They, you know what I mean. They're getting up there in age, and they're still doing the same shit that their kids is doing.
Right.
You know. So you got to elevate at some point in time in your life.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
And speaking of elevating, try this new cannoli brand. Elon Musk. Hey. So yeah, man. So
Shit.
man,
That's
you know
like
what?
fire.
And just like with the photography, man, like it got to shout out to G Ray and shout out to Phil Emerson, two of my biggest inspirations behind the camera. That when I was real heavy back in the early 2000s on this website called sickness.net, these were people that were like taking pictures with everybody. Like they were like in the scene, like they were doing everybody's album covers, they were doing everybody's behind the scenes, they were doing all the magazine pics, like everything that came from the Bay Area that you saw like in the Source or you saw in Rap Pages or Ozone or whatever. It came from either
Right.
D-Ray or it came from Phil, you know. And I wanted that for Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? I wanted Sacramento to have like that look. You know what I mean? There was so much talent here. You know what I mean? But we didn't have our own identity at the time because you know what I mean. Like people always, and still to this day, they misconstrue us with the Bay Area. We get like lumped together. You know, um, and so I wanted to kind of like help put our stamp on everything. So that's why like when I shot, I wanted it to look like we're a small town with big dreams. So I wanted to look like we were doing big things. You feel me? So the way I shot, I wanted to make it look a lot more like we were doing bigger things than what we was really doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. So it's been afforded me like a lot of opportunities to do things like get into the cannabis industry by having you know me, Burner. You know what I mean? I've always been about herb my whole life. You know, since I was young. You know,
Mm-hmm.
started smoking herb when I was 8.
Damn.
Um, yeah, I just always been around it, Burner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like my mom's side of the family. You know what I mean? I spent a lot of time with them, and you know what I mean. It was common as having a swig of beer. You know what I mean? And I really didn't see a bad thing about it like I did when I saw like the harder drugs or with alcoholism and stuff like that. So I never
Right.
really tripped off herb, you know. And then so ever since then, like I've always had a fondness, and I've known that I like herb, you know. So I've always used herb all my life. There's
Yeah.
times in my life where you know, what I mean, I just couldn't get it or didn't have it or whatever, so I didn't it. But you know, when it was available, best believe the kid had it. Um,
You sound like me, bro. Same thing.
so just being around it and knowing things, I mean, unknowingly would prepare me for later on in life to where, you know, opportunities came for me with like photography to do video shoots for like dispensaries or for grows or for companies. I kind of had like a leg up because I kind of knew what I was looking at. I kind of knew the lingo. I kind of knew a lot of people in the industry already. Um,
Right.
so it kind of enabled me to be able to do and move the way that I needed to move, um, and to gain that kind of trust from these people because you know what I mean. It's a lot of these companies they come from the old world. They're just trying to make new paper. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean. So there's just still a lot of like things where you got to really got to earn these people's trust. Like you just can't show up and say, "Hey, I could do this for you and this and that." And they're gonna be like, "Oh, awesome." You know what I mean. There's still a lot of people that protect their brand, protect their identity, protect everything because you know they're just used to moving that way.
Yeah.
So me being like outgoing, and then me being able to like not be scared to take a chance, not being scared to go make that connection, not be scared to you know what I mean to go make that play. It kind of positioned me to be like where I'm at now, to where I'm able to help. Our facility, our grow facility. We're able to help the company itself. We're able to help our distribution hub. We're able to help other brands all excel and help ultimately help patients. And that's really what is my ultimate goal is for the people to get the help that they need. Because I've seen what firsthand what like pills and shit like that do to somebody. And
Right.
you know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be weed. There's other alternative things out there that you can do for your health. But taking a gang of pharmaceuticals ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I seen the decline of my grandma. You know what I mean? She just started, oh, you got to take this little heart pill because you got high blood pressure or whatever. Oh, well, then that's
Mm-hmm.
thin in your blood. You got to take this pill. Oh, then you got to take this pill because it does this pill. Next thing you know, she's taking like 14, 15 pills a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then next thing you know,
Yep.
there's complications from taking all them goddamn pills. And I ain't got a grandma no more. All because of something that all they offer you is pills. They don't offer you no kind of like any kind of alternative, nothing. They leave it up to you to do that research for yourself. And for people like that who are
Mm-hmm.
older generation, they put all their trust into their doctors. It's only
Yep.
us, these generations now, for like my generation on down, that's like having this distrust in anything that anybody has to say because they do the research for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
like with this stuff here, like going through like like I said, my injury and all that. No opiates, bro. I didn't do no opiates, bro. They prescribed me Norcos, Vicodins, codeine, all type of
Mm-hmm.
shit, man. Gabapentins, all type of stuff, bro. And I didn't want none of that stuff, man, because I've been dealing with this for 8 years. So imagine me having back issues, and on top of that, taking them that kind of dope for 8 years. I'd be a fiend, and I'd be having back problems at the same time. Not to mention whatever else would be going on with my intestines and my health.
Right.
And I had to literally fight for like any other kind of alternative medicine that I wanted, whether it be chiropractor, whether it be like physical therapy, bro, like massages, like anything. I had to fight for that. But oh, you want 120 Norcos here, man? Take them. Come get them right now,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you that instantly.
bruh. You know what I mean? And this right here, this oil, I've been taking this natural gold, right? They make this product right here. I'm not trying to plug it because if anything, I'm not paid by these dudes or nothing. This is just something I use on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
This has helped me go through everything and be able to participate in my life. Like no opiates. Like I help it deals with my pain, anxiety, everything. Man, I feel like a
Mm-hmm.
whole new man since I've been taking this stuff. And all I do is I put it on some food, little piece of food or whatever. Take it,
Mm-hmm.
once maybe twice a day, depending on my pain that day.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I've been a whole new guy, a whole new guy. Like that
That's
stuff like heals you from the inside out. It's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But they won't tell you about no shit like
They don't
that till
tell you
you
no shit like that,
get
bro, because you can do that yourself. You can make this stuff yourself. I mean, granted, you could, you know what I mean. You can go to Dr. Green Thumb, or you can go to Higher Healing, and you can grab it for 19 plus tax, which is cheap. You know what I'm saying? Compared to
mm-hmm.
other ones that like big companies are selling this for 80 to 120 bucks. Now
Right.
you're they're trying to price the patient out. You know what I mean? So I work with companies like Natural Gold, like Scoops, you know what I mean, like cannoli that make affordable cannabis for the patient and are looking to strive to make stuff like that for the patient. It's not about a buck.
Right. Now with Scoops right now, are you an ambassador? Like what would you say your role is?
Man, I run the trim team. So what you see in
Okay.
the jar, what you see in that comes in the jar, and when you make your purchases, which I would show you, but I crumbled it all down. Um, um, So what you see, you know what I mean, comes from, the hard work, dedication from the factory boys, that they do, you know what I mean, they do tremendous work. Shout out to all of them. And then we have a great team of harvesters that come in and, they harvest the plants with love and we cure them and we give them just a little bit of manicuring, you know what I mean, just to make them pretty. And then we send them on out and, thankfully, man, the state has really loved them, and it would surprise me to see how much love that we're getting, like all over the state. I'm not in the state, but the nation, bro, the nation.
Do you
I
guys
mean,
send stuff to Nevada?
not yet, not yet. That's the next thing we're working on. Right now we're
Okay.
just a little small boutique brand, and we're working to build up to get more product out there so we can be have a bigger presence out there on the market, and even be able to touch different parts of the shelves, not only just be a high end brand. We want to be able to help everybody. So we have a research and development team that's out there looking at farms and looking at strains and looking at things that how we can further the brand and further help more patients.
That's what's up, man.
Man, it's
That's
cool.
what's
It's
up.
super dope, bro. Burner, let me tell you, man. Like to be able to do something like that, I used to get in trouble for. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? it's kind of rewarding, man, because you know what's crazy is like um, being affiliated with Dr. Green Thumb. You know, Dr. Green Thumb is on Northgate, uh, across from like Northgate
Yeah,
Apartments.
so
Like,
I saw he opened one out in Sac. That's what's up.
right, right. So literally, my grandparents' place is across the street. Like, and the first place I ever got loaded at is like on the corner right there, this little blue gas station. So it's just ironic, and like for me to know that like where I learned about cannabis and the benefits of it, I now get to help patients across the street when they come and get cannabis and these oils and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
That's
it's
crazy.
man, God works in beautiful ways, man.
Yeah,
You know, and
that's crazy, bro.
gone through what I've gone through and been able to, you know, actively use the things that I've done. You know, I'm able to help give like you know more of a hands-on approach to things rather than just like you know opinion. Because bro, Burner, I don't smoke for fun. You know, I did that a long time ago, Burner. You know me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now I medicate, fam. You know what I mean? And I medicate and I educate. That's about it.
that's what it is. That's
That's what
what
it
it
is.
is. Okay, well, shit.
What about you, Bernie? What you been up to, man?
Oh man,
You
I've been
making it all
working,
about me,
man.
man. I like that.
Well, I'm back up here in Reno. I moved back to Reno in December before everything went crazy and shit. So back up in Reno, I started my business, Jaywalker Media. So I'm producing for cats, mixing, engineering. Not really doing no studio sessions right now for obvious reasons, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm doing a lot of remote work for people, so mixing stuff and making beats for fools, getting some beat sales and shit. So I've just basically kind of rebranded myself. It isn't like I don't rap anymore, but I'm more into production and stuff. I'll rap here and there, but it's been so long of doing that for so long. Like I needed a change, or I wasn't gonna stay creative
Right.
like I wanted to. So I
Right.
got into photography, I got into production and engineering, and it's like a second wind. Now I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm learning shit every day. I'm staying focused. It's just like it's a different set of goals now, but I'm looking forward to trying to accomplish all of them.
That's dope, brother. I'm proud of you, bro. You always been a younger cat around us, but you've always been a lot mature for your age.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what I
I
mean?
just I always try to hang out with older people and soak up knowledge. I felt like I'm only gonna learn so much for somebody who's my age. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you learned being around us, bro. Like you weren't around because you thought it would benefit you by getting you in spots or getting you, you know what I mean? Like you wanted to learn, bro. You know what I mean? So uh, that's why you was always around. You know what I mean? Because we seen how you moved and how genuine you were, man. Didn't matter if you wasn't from
It,
here or not. Sacramento. That's one thing about
yeah,
Sacramento,
it
bro.
was
Like
just,
we don't give a shit about if you're outside or not, bro. Like you come here, you show love, and you actively participate. Then you know what I mean. You one of us.
yeah, y'all took me in like family from day one, man. That's why I have nothing but the utmost love and respect for my 13 years I spent in Sacramento, because like it's definitely a home now. Like I go back there, I know too many people, I know too many places, I spent too much time there, so like it's always gonna be somewhere I consider home, man. And especially y'all, man. Y'all showed a young dude who didn't know nobody so much love from the jump that like I was just like, man, why do these dudes show me love? And I remember they don't do this to everybody, dog. So they must like you. He used to tell me that all the time.
Well, you know, there's just a lot of cats. You know, you recognize a lot of people that are just around for, you know, selfish purposes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you caught the vibe as soon as you got here. You know what I mean? And you immersed yourself in everything. You know what I mean? And not in a way that you can take from it and not give back, because you've been here and giving back since you've been here. So shout out to you, brother.
man. I appreciate you for that one, dog. Real talk, man. Um, one more thing before we wrap it up, because I think it's probably about 10 more minutes left. Um, I wanted to hit on the Doughy Rock mural and the whole memorial and everything that went on. I know you were a big part of putting that on. You want to talk about that at all?
Where'd I leave off at, Burn?
Oh, I was asking you, I know, so we only probably got about 10 more minutes left, but I wanted to ask you, before we got off, I know you were a big part of the memorial and the mural for Doughy. I wanted to see if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, man. Our brother Doey, man, unfortunately, passed away. And it was only right. And, I can't take any kind of credit for that, man, because that was all epic. Sean Berner, Gatlin, and Imagine One. And that was, you know, Doey's family that did that, his son included, so I can't take any credit for that. You know what I mean? I just helped bring awareness to it. And, when things like that happen, I jump in both feet, bro. Like, I don't even like question it. I just, especially for the family, for loved ones, I got to make sure that everything's cool. Smoke Session Clothing, they had did a collab with Doey, and they still had some a lot of pieces left, so they donated all the pieces that everybody was able to purchase, and then all the funds were able to go to the family, so we're able to raise a significant amount for the
Mm-hmm.
family. So that was really what was important, you know what I mean, to just to make sure that the family was known that the city loved them, and that the city is going to
Yeah,
continue to love them. It was.
it was beautiful, bro. Like, just watching from a distance, that shit was beautiful, bro.
It's nothing that we wouldn't do for anybody, bro. This hip hop community that we have in Sacramento, bro, we're close, bro. We're close. Like, we've seen it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been around each other all our lives, bro, from kids to grown ass men, bro. Like, and to see someone not be able to go to the finish line with us, bro. Someone of that magnitude, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, rest in peace, King Kahali, for sure, man. As somebody who was, like I said, who spent a lot of time in Sacramento, um, and I didn't know Doughy like that, but I knew him. Um, it To see that many people in the city come out and support him, like it was touching as fuck, man. It was really amazing to see that he touched a lot of fucking people, man. Sometimes you don't realize just how much of an impact that someone or people have, unfortunately, until they're gone. But that man had a big impact, and I knew he did, but just seeing it like that solidified it. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, man, being a crybaby. Um,
Nah, man, that's
yeah,
real,
man,
bro.
he was truly one of a kind, and he was one of those people that wasn't afraid to call you out on your bullshit, and he wasn't afraid to let you know where you're fucking up at, and he wasn't afraid to give you guidance, and that's who he was, bro. And a lot of people, they didn't take that the right way, so maybe there's a lot of people that kind of felt some way about bro, you know,
Hmm.
but he never said nothing that wasn't for your betterment. He never said nothing that wasn't meant to open your eyes and for you to be the best you that you could possibly be, man. And
Right.
I, and I think from here on out, like, that's really what motivated a lot of cats to change the way that they move, man. It's like, that that pillar, that bar is no longer here. So who's gonna hold that bar up? You know, so it's up to a bunch of us to maintain what he set forth. You know,
Definitely, definitely.
bro. I just want to say, bro, I love you, bro. You know what I
I
mean?
love you too, man.
If you never heard it from me, bro, you're gonna hear it right now, bro. I love you, bro. Like as a friend, as you know, I appreciate you. I'm a fan of your music, and I'm a fan of you as a human being, bro. I see what you're doing with your family. I see how you love how you love your wife and all that, bro. Like that just makes me feel good, bro. You know what I mean? To see that
Thank you.
you're not you're not afraid to show that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are afraid to like not express that. You know what I'm saying? And you're a good dude, bro. I love you for that.
Man, thank you, brother. I could say the same thing about you. You know, we've known each other for a long time, bro, and I remember, I remember the old you. You know what I'm saying? And to see where you've come from to where you are now, I can't do nothing but salute you for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's growth, it's evolution, and that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to stay stuck in the same place, man. We're supposed to move. We're supposed to grow. And I appreciate that in you, man. Real.
Thank you, bro. It's been a journey, bro. It's been a journey. I look forward to continuing that journey and just leading by example from here on out. You feel me?
Definitely, bro.
Shit, I'm gonna sneak
Bernie,
up to Reno, bro. I'm gonna sneak up to Reno, man. I'm gonna fucking see you, man. I'm gonna be at the GSR by the pool.
shit, let me know, man. That ain't
And
nothing but a hop skip from the house, bro. Let me know.
I'm
I
gonna
can see
send
that
up a
shit out my
flat.
window.
Oh shit, see, it's on. It's on. Well, thanks for the opportunity, man. To you know what I'm saying. And I gotta say, you know, once again, shout out to Scoops, to Cannoli, Natural Gold, Turks Distro, Tree Boy Clothing, Smoke Session Clothing, Big Boys Clothing, No Name Extracts, Big Reds Farms, um, White Gorilla. Um, who else? Who? Oh, Dr. fucking Clean Smoke, man. That's my private physician. But anyway, yeah, man, I just want to thank everybody, man, who put me in the position that I'm in now. I truly love and appreciate you all, and I hope I make you all proud, man.
Man, you are, bro. That's all I'm gonna say is you are. Thank you for your time. It's always good to talk to you, man. And yeah, if you ever are up here anytime soon, bro, please hit me up, man. You know we got to get together for something. You know,
Oh,
uh,
hell yeah.
I
Hell
miss
yeah.
you. I hope all is well with you and the fam.
Thank you,
And
brother.
take care of yourself, man. I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Take care, man.
All
One
right,
love.
man.
Peace.
All right. I want to thank my brother Beto, representing Scoops Inc. today. I want to thank all of you guys for tapping in and tuning in on that today. Really good talk, man. It's good to talk to my brother. He's into a lot of things. He is a elder statesman now, and he is a person who takes that role seriously. So um, you got to respect it. Um, I appreciate all of you for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great afternoon. I will not be here on Friday. I will be back on Monday. I will be releasing the schedule this week, so you'll see. I think I got 4 interviews next week. So I hope you guys are safe, aware, wear a mask, practice social distancing, be safe out there, man. We don't need to lose anybody else. I will see you guys on Monday. Peace.